Let's take a look at the animations and gameplay-ish of Jack-O-Lantern and Scream. So what we're going to do is play through this once and do a bit of reaction after, as I saw a comment by Cat Murdoch and I really agree with it. First, the two things there. I mean, second thing is it's a tech champion, which is kind of bizarre but kind of not. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the point that Cat Murdoch made was actually pretty good. The more I look at it and her mentioning it, I didn't notice it. Now I notice it. We'll talk about what that is in a minute. But I love the animations. That is just sick. Like, it's the animation team don't miss. Like, the art team don't miss. Like, it's just brilliant. Like, absolutely brilliant. We love what Kabam do from the visual sense of Champion Creations. Of course, we'll break down right here the special attacks, because that's, you know what the SP3 is. The SP1, like the basics, hitting the basics. It's hitting the basics right now. You can see that it's basic hits going into an SP1, which is that. That's the SP1, and then it'll be building up to an SP2, which going into the block and then firing off the SP2 there. That's the SP2 of Jack-O-Lantern. Dropping in bombs. A is dropping in bombs. It's kind of like wind it back a second. Or beams, is it? Like, first of all. But oh yeah, it's like the little pumpkin bomb. See there? The pumpkin bombs. Not as familiar to the Green Goblin one. And there's two types. Is there two types there? But no, different. It's just brilliant though. It's like a witch like on a broomstick and just like dropping them. That's insane. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so what's the major gripes with this character? For me, it is, and as I said, I didn't notice it. And we'll talk about tech in a minute. I didn't notice it at the time, but that Jack-O-Lantern pumpkin, which we're just kind of like there, it's, I don't know. I don't think it's that great. I think everything about it is like is great, but I saw Kat's comment and I was like, no, it's not that bad, is it? Is it that bad? But then I was like looking at some other examples and like it's not like a really bad thing. But like, look, here's some other examples of the pumpkin, the flaming pumpkin. That one looks a lot better. How you do it in a game sense, I want to go and compare off against some other games as to how it's done. This is another kind of comic book version. You can see that. That looks, I like that. They're still menacing, especially for the Halloween month. There's some other versions right there, different kind of like shapings. You got to be very careful of not making it too much looking like Dormammu, for God's sake. That's going to be like one of the key things. But if we go into like Google right now and I'll just put Jack-O-Lantern Marvel games, and I'll just see like other games. How do other games do it with this champion? Because that sounds a bit kind of weird. But how other games have showcased it, and yeah, they're kind of like. They've gone more of like a retro-y comic book one. Here's one. I'm not showing that. That's Avengers Academy. That's ages ago. I think other games haven't really done it. There is a Marvel Heroes version. Actually, I think okay, we'll bring up the Marvel Heroes version of this. But I think this might be quite good. This is ages ago. Let's bring it up. So, you can see like there, the Green Goblin enhanced costume. And how they've done it is, it looks a little bit like, if we just get it better into shot, like that. So would they go for more like a futuristic thing? I don't know if there's a better, more zoomed in version. I miss Marvel Heroes a lot. I can't remember if like someone said they were kind of like remaking it again. I need to get more like a zoomed in. To be honest, it looks a little bit like Aquaman. But they've gone for more of a kind of like, because it's such a long time ago, to try and get like a good kind of like fit is not exactly, I don't think we're exactly going to see it. I don't want to come off like I'm clutching straws and stuff that maybe is a bit too, you know, picky on things. There are some reveals of like some abilities or kind of like rough outline of abilities from Jack-O-Lantern. His strengths are inflamed, passive, boost, critical damage. Very interesting that this comes out this month with Crit Me With Your Best Shot. as the BG meta. That I think is just good timing. Ability accuracy and energy resistance. So ability accuracy and energy resistance. I don't think there's connected there. Immune to reverse controls for tough defenders. Good. Good. Anything straight out of the mutant line is going to quiver. Multiple damage types. Incinerate, plasma, poison. And bypasses mutant abilities like most techs do. Projectile parry counters non-contact attacks. Projectile parry counters non-contact attacks. Great. Okay, so this opens up a few more kind of things. Don't know if he's going to be a defensive monster. As I saw, like one of the comments below is like, oh, he's a defensive monster. Ability accuracy and energy resistance could be relatively annoying, but who you use as a counter for this could be like, well, could you gallon the heck out of it? The champion can throw incinerates and poisons, but doesn't say anything about being immune to them, so you could look for an in with that. We'll have to see with it. But I do like the inflamed passive boost crit damage, whatever that is. That could be very nice. That could go in with incinerates and plasmas and have some kind of bearing. I don't know. You could have some kind of building of extra damage. So that's nice. Jack-o'-lantern is... we'll find out more some more details tomorrow on the live stream. Should be very exciting. Now we move on to Scream. Screaming. Doing a scream maybe. Her tendrils, I think, are going to play a big part. Size-wise, she looks like she's a medium. Just like on the size profile you can see on screen at the moment. Those are the basic hits coming in. SP1 right there. Looks good. Tendrils seem to be a big part. She flicks her hair back and forth. She whips her hair back and forth. Big SP2 coming up. Flinging it around. She whips her hair back and forth. And fires a load of tendrils. Bleeding. Maybe effective. And... wow. Okay. They have gone above and beyond with this. I didn't think that Medusa would have a hair-raising, like, I don't know, Cosmic Champion, by the way. That was pretty much a given. But the hair tech, Kabam did good. They did really good with this. Now that is going to be... so the hair even comes up from the floor of the fight. That's cool. Especially have to time that well as to kind of like evade back from it. I don't think it's going to be too much of a ridiculous thing with the SP1, I think, SP1. No, that was the SP2. That's the SP3. Animations are on point. Art team, don't miss. Fantastic. But then we've got to find out a bit more about abilities. Now, there were some like extra things we discussed. I think it was like on Tuesday of like what she could potentially possess. But you never really know if it's actually going to be a thing. Like, is she going to get, what was it, like I can't remember, some weird kind of ability of some description. Kabam have tipped her as being the following. Scream strengths buff versatility with strong effect. So she's going to have buffs in content that scales with unique buffs. Oh, that could be really good for incursions. Game's 5-second auto block buff after consuming madness passives. So how she will auto block is really good on a defensive element as opposed to an attacking element. If she's consuming them, that'll have to be done via the AI in defensive. So hopefully that is possible. Armor break against bleed immunes. Okay, so that's a trade. Reducing tech champions' chance to armor break. Oh, based on that, I would say at the moment this kind of feels like it's a Red Skull meets Cosmic Venom type matchup. Not incredibly. That's kind of like a bad way to describe it. But what are going to be the other endearing features for this champion other than the champion gains loads of buffs. Buff versatility with strong effects in content scales of unique buffs. Okay, so that's going to be... I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. The champions that have unique buffs on them that are able to do a lot of damage. Oh, it's going to bother me now. It'll come to mind. I'll be as you know, like I'm recording this like close to like 11:30 at night. I need to get to bed. I'll probably wake up in the middle of the night, go that champion. If he's got a lot of buffs, he does a lot of damage. Venom Ball? I don't know. It'll be something, and I'll be like, it happened last time I said that. I was in bed and I just went, oh no, I can't get up and kind of like pin a comment. It's too dark and I'm tired. I need to sleep. Anyway, excited for both champions coming in. Animation and art team do great. Really weird when it comes to the what is it? The first one, Jack-o'-lantern's pumpkin. Does it bother you? Does it not? Is it weird? Is it fine? I'm off to bed. Thoughts in the comments. I nearly yawned. Bye.